Going live. Hopefully all is good. If not, I'm gonna cry. This is my first time streaming on YouTube in a long time. So if there's anything wrong, please let me know. And this is some insane music. Some of you are wild. There were ranging numbers of people chilling in the stream all night. That's just wild. And we also just hit 36,000 subscribers. So thank you guys for all the support. And I should probably mute the stream right now because every single time that Just Dance or whatever this shit is, I get hit with hardcore copyright. Yeah, Ubisoft's website is having a lot of issues. Can you guys see me? Am I here? Stream Elements just got blocked by itself. Alright. Okay, we've got chat here. Thank you, Madar. Alright, can I go in dark mode in this? Or am I just gonna have to suffer through this? You can see me, sadly? Lewis? Why you gotta roast me like that? It's so toxic. Is my face too big? This is just like my general gaming stream setup, so. It's fine? Alright, sweet. If you want me to move it as well, I can do that. For the pre-stream, I think we're seeing some updates for their games, so we're just gonna kind of chill for the next less than 30 minutes, hopefully. What do I think of Far Cry 6? Well, from what we've seen so far, it has what's his name in it. I'm sorry, I'm really bad with names, so I have to Google this real quick. The guy from Breaking Bad. He's a really good actor. And it should be very interesting to see him in the game. Have it on full face cam? That would be a little disturbing, don't you think? I also don't even think I have Giancarlo Esposito. Thank you. He played Gus Fring. Yeah, that should be interesting. They've had a lot of time, I'm pretty sure, to develop Far Cry 6, because didn't Far Cry 5 come out a decent time ago, and they used to be releasing them like every year. So I'm wondering if it's getting the Assassin's Creed treatment. Yeah, it came out in 2018, so it's been 2 years, and I think it's coming out this year. Yeah, I had the... well, no, I didn't have the full face cam. I had, like, this reaction scene. I never had full face cam, though. I had the reaction scene where it was my face even smaller, and then the screen in the background was in its, like, own window. Yeah, Ubisoft servers are always absolute garbage. It's funny, every single time gaming companies do streams like this and say, here's a bunch of free stuff, it's like they go out of their way to make sure that their servers are going to crash. Yo, for a North Korea Far Cry 6, that would be interesting. I feel like they would get threatened that they were going to get nuked if a developer were to do that, though. You might as well pay for Watch Dogs 2. Oh, is it on Steam? I think it's on Steam. I might have already bought it. I'll actually check. I'll actually see if I can play a little bit of background music so it's not just dead silent in the background. If you guys were to just hear what was going on stream, I just realized now that the music plays out of the same thing, so... Let's check. Let's check. Do I have Watch Dogs 2? I have a lot of games on Steam, so if I don't have it, that's going to be kind of funny. I don't. I don't even have the first game. To put that in perspective, I have 536 games on Steam, and I don't have Watch Dogs. Crisis had North Korea, or at least an island near North Korea as the setting, and nobody got nuked. Yeah, but Crisis was a long time ago. There's a lot of wild stuff going on here. They were talking about vomiting and bleeding out of their anuses at the same time a couple minutes ago. What is on the screen right now? This is the pre-show. The pre-shows are always cringe, so I don't even know if I want you guys to hear what's going on here. A lot of weird stuff going on, basically. Alright. That is if they have any. I think it's already in the description, but I'll also post it in chat. Where is it? This is the website. You won't be able to access it because Ubisoft servers are trash, but ubisoft.com/forward. And you can get free shit if you can ever get logged in. Enjoy. But yeah, we just hit 36,000 subs before starting the stream, which is just wild. We're like on that edge where whenever I stream, people see it often that are inactive subscribers and they'll unsubscribe. So we might dip below 36, but thank you guys for all the support. All right. I'm just double checking a few things. We know we're going to see Watch Dogs Legion. We know we're going to see AC Valhalla. We're probably going to see Hyperspace. We're probably going to see Rainbow Six Quarantine, which I hope we see some actual gameplay and not another cinematic. Yeah, another car game. Yeah, it's the Crew 2 update. 19 more minutes. And then we're good to go. Who doesn't love a good old car game in 2020? I feel like the Crew 2 kind of flopped, didn't it? Good to know, Lewis. You have to be pretty sneaky, otherwise you can get a lot of legal trouble. Would you really want to get in that much legal trouble to leak a car game? I feel like you'd want to save getting in trouble like that for like a big game. Like go hit up BGS, get a job there, work there a couple of years, and then leak Starfield and the Elder Scrolls 6. Do it. And if you could also get a job at CD Projekt Red and tell me when the game's actually coming out, that'd be nice. Is the game actually ready? Who knows? Can you say 19 minutes? Like Dr. Evil? I am sorry that I'm completely not getting your reference. I'm assuming you're referencing something. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Wow. The fact that I didn't even know Dr. Evil. It just makes me want to go back to bed. I only got a couple of hours sleep again last night. But the night before that, I got 15 hours, so we're good. Yeah, Austin Powers. I only ever saw Austin Powers a few times on TV when I was a kid. I never actually watched it for myself. The amount of Cyberpunk videos I have in the works is just ridiculous. I should probably start focusing on one specific project rather than like 50 different ones. I told you! We're at 36,000 exactly now. I'm pure cringe? Or what's going on in the background? Oh yeah, when the devs are playing around with the game? Yeah, I don't like these pre-shows. I really wish. I know they do it for build-up, so more people can dive in, but I guess it's sort of like how I had my live stream scheduled, but I would have to hear it. Here, one sec. I think I know what it sounds like, but I feel like that would be hard to translate to 16 minutes. I like how this is such a massive, solid meme that I actually knew this. I know this scene. And I like never watch Austin Powers. I need to go watch a bunch of classic shows like that. I'm actually in the middle of watching through Harry Potter for the first time in my life. You got the game? What are we watching? We got a bunch of rubber ducks making out with each other. Yeah, so yeah, if you go on Ubisoft Forward, log in, and you watch for 1 minute, you'll get Watch Dogs 2 PC. If you get watch for 20 minutes, you get a Watch Dogs Legion Ubisoft Forward jacket. Watch for 30 minutes, the Division 2 Apparel Cash Key Pack, and 40 minutes, Assassin's Creed Valhalla Moonlight. Special weapon. Who cares about the Division 2? Yeah. I think there was a big update that came out recently, but now they're talking about rubber ducks. So that's always a nice addition. Time well spent, I guess. You're gonna buy Watch Dogs 2? Or the Division 2? See, the one thing that's unfortunate is Ubisoft is no longer releasing games on Steam, which is what kind of triggers me, personally. I would personally love it if they would just release their games on Steam, but they took that Epic money so that it would push more people to Uplay. Not even to go to Epic, so that more people would go to Uplay. They're double dipping. The one benefit, though, is I'm pretty sure Ubisoft has Uplay Plus now, which is basically like EA Access Premier, if I remember correctly. So you can just pay a subscription service and play all their games, which is probably what I'll do for their future games, because it's cheaper that way. If you've got the time to play, at least. Talking about rubber ducks is a sign of mental illness. Only giving away PC copies? Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Sony and Microsoft are a little bit weird about that. It's a lot easier to give away PC copies than console copies. "12 more minutes. If you have even one rubber duck, I would be a little concerned. Man, these next 11 minutes and 45 seconds are going to be the most painful 11 minutes and 40 seconds of our lives. I honestly probably should have just waited until like 5 minutes before the event to start the stream. Because this is just painful. I'll see if I can, at least for the next 10 minutes. Let's go like this. I have way too many windows and way too many tabs open. This is actually ridiculous. There we go. Alright, this music is by White Bat Audio. Let's go ahead and add this to the description. I'm going to change the song in just a moment, but... Alright, let's find... I don't know if you guys can hear this at all, but... that way it's not complete dead noise. Hopefully it's not too loud either. Don't want it to be too quiet, but don't want it to be too loud. Dealing with live stream audio is just insane. There's a little bit of a teaser since we have to wait another 10 minutes. I've got 2 massive deep dive videos in the works for Cyberpunk 2077. Like deep dive in a bunch of news that's going on right now. And then I have a ton of all confirmed videos going on. So I've got one in the works for factions, cyberware, characters, and then I also have me talking about 10 cool features in the game that really interest me, and I just absolutely screwed my contact. Wonderful. Just what I needed right now, 10 minutes before the event. Let's hope this fixes itself. Are you kidding me? Alright, I have to go fix my contact now, one sec. Hey, I remember to unmute. Alright. Don't mind me, I'm just crying. I can just see it in the future that I saw a game that really excites me. So I apologize for the tears. We're talking about Pokemon. Any game that has animals that talk and talk on 2 legs is just trash. Man, don't go ahead. Don't go triggering the Pokemon people, okay? We don't need any of that. Yo, what's up, Kylo? Drinking my cold coffee. Wonderful. Just pretend it's iced coffee that warmed up a bit. Okay. God damn it, one sec. You're a Pokemon fan? I don't know anything about Pokemon. Yeah, no, there's no sound during the pre-show. Pre-show sucks, okay? You don't want to hear the pre-show. The pre-show is just talking about updates like rubber ducks in games. And playing super hardcore copyrighted music for dancing games. And yeah, trust me, you don't want to hear it. There will be audio, full blast audio during the actual event. In another 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Is the music good? Is the music good volume though, Lewis? And the music just stopped playing. What is going on? Yes, YouTube, I'm still watching. Okay, let's not listen to that one. Let's go. What do we want to listen to? Is any good? That's because I paused it, Lewis. Can you read your previous comment? About Cyberpunk, the reason I'm kind of negative about the game is that I fear that it will be another Death Stranding. I don't think it will be, but I'll keep reading. The game has a lot of hype around it, and it turned out to be nothing special. I'm going to be completely honest, Death Stranding from the get-go never interested me because I kind of saw what was coming. It looked like a walking simulator from day one to me. Well, at least during the initial cinematic, looked kind of weird and interesting. But when we actually saw gameplay, it was just straight up a walking simulator. But Cyberpunk 2077 is all about the story, it's all about being an RPG game, so if you like story, if you like RPGs, and it's an RPG before a first-person shooter, which is something a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people think that it's a shooter before Cyberpunk. Did I fix my time last night? Yeah, I did. Thank you. I believe you're one of the ones that pointed it out, which is why I fixed it, so I appreciate that. Thank you, Roblox. No, Breakpoint's out. Breakpoint has been out for a while, I'm pretty sure. It came out and absolutely tanked. Which is actually, Breakpoint was one of the reasons why Ubisoft put off a lot of their games. It was one of the games that didn't do well. It's probably an update. During the pre-show, they're talking about a bunch of updates for their games. Dude, Uplay is so garbage. It has asked me for admin privileges twice in a row. Yeah, Resistance live event. Nice, and I just got logged out of Uplay because the services are unavailable. Nice. Ubisoft, I love you so much. Last time I live streamed a Ubisoft event, by the way, I am risking it. I am risking it to live stream this. Because last time I live streamed a Ubisoft event, I think it was last year, Ubisoft just straight up disabled my ability to live stream on my channel for like the next month. So hopefully that doesn't happen because I want to live stream the Xbox event. Because I think there's going to be a lot of cool stuff there that people aren't expecting. Hey, I got fake. You showed up. You followed through. What's up? Another thing about Cyberpunk, I don't get your third-person argument. You say no third-person cutscenes would make the game more immersive, but how some third-person cutscenes would make it less immersive? It's not really that it... See, I would be fine if there were was third-person in the game. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that when it's a first-person oriented game where the entire game is played in first-person mode, if all the cutscenes... Sorry, my voice is whistling. If all the cutscenes are constantly ripping you into third-person mode, it's gonna take you out of the experience over and over and over again. Because you're playing the entire game through first-person, but then it's constantly dragging you into third-person over and over again. You can't actually play in third-person, but then it's ripping you out for the cutscenes. Where if it's all in first-person, including the cutscenes, it's all just one seamless experience. Stream it on Twitch if you get blocked. Yeah, well, hopefully that won't happen.
Make an exception this
Whoa!
time.
Cyberpunk deep dive video just started blasting my ears. Yeah, Ubisoft is down. You guys are hype, type hype. I'd be hyped if like 90% of everything Ubisoft always shows didn't get leaked and sent to me. Deus Ex is played in first person too, but there are still some third person cutscenes in the game and no one complains about immersion. Because nobody's gonna go out of their way to complain about the way that Deus Ex was designed. It's just different with Cyberpunk because they're doing it differently. Because the thing is, you're not going to hear people usually complaining about third person, it's usually just people complaining about there not being third person. Not the other way around. Like, if there was third person in the game more significantly than there is now, I wouldn't be complaining about it. Sent my clip in of roasting Ubisoft. Which part? The fact that oh shit, we're starting. We're starting! Why didn't you point it out?
Explore our
that is loud.
See the games.
Join us.
Is the audio good? Are the volumes good? Or is this too loud?
Hi everyone, I'm Neelam Kumar and I'm very excited to be co-hosting the first Ubisoft Forward with the talented Yusuf Magid. Today's show is all about getting up close and in-depth with all the exciting games we have in production here at Ubisoft.
I'm Yusuf, but there's no time to waste. So let's head straight for the streets of futuristic
There's
London.
no time to waste. You've already wasted 30 minutes of my life. With your shitty rubber duck updates.
The illegal painting spreading subversive and hostile messaging over the last few weeks across London are not the work
This Watch Dogs Legion, right?
was originally believed, but the work of an individual. The criminal
I swear, if they show us a damn cinematic trailer... Okay, now this looks like it's an in-game cutscene or something. This is definitely cinematic to some extent. What you running from, boy?
Recommend not to approach the individual.
First, they came for the foreigners, and I did not speak out.
Bro, if
I
they
was
do
not
this the
foreigner.
entire time and don't show us some... It's live action, yeah.
Then, they came for the protesters, and I did not speak out.
I hope they show some gameplay, otherwise people are going to be very upset. Including myself.
Then
This is
they
like
came for the
YouTube
journalists,
quality live action right here.
and I did not speak out, because I was not a journalist.
Hope nobody watching has epilepsy, because I don't, and it's almost giving me a seizure.
And then they came for street artists, but I did not speak out,
It was like a weird mix between
because I am not a street artist.
Low quality cinematic and live action. Watching them pull a Xbox event where they just straight up they just don't show. Watch them not show any gameplay for like anything.
And I realised that eventually they'd come for me, and there would be no one left to speak for me.
He's gonna defend them. They're working together. He's gonna end up dead. Imagine getting outplayed by a cab driver.
Right! Oh! Where are we off to, sir?
It's fine. I'll show you the way.
Okay. Sorry, miss. Jesus! All right, so we're in a total mess now, so let's get the hell out
What?
of here.
What is this, man?
And there's nothing more debilitating than that. This way, not to be able to do what you're passionate about.
After a long night, London is in chaos.
This is so weird. It's like a mixture between live action cinematic and like painting.
Well. Welcome to the Resistance. There's a welcome gift for our new members.
But the disappearance of the criminal
You could have told me it was a bloody costume party.
Try it on.
The new key suspect has been identified as David Ford, a 43-year-old London taxi driver. He has no criminal record, but is currently believed to be a terrorist. People have been asked not to approach.
You just got labeled, boy.
Authorities advise all residents.
Reclaim your future. Ubisoft film. Ooh. Okay.
I'm Clint Hawking.
Clint has been a longtime creative force here at Ubisoft, and now he's bringing this vision to Watch Dogs Legion.
Weird.
So yeah, what we just saw was an amazing short film by the director Alberto
Interesting.
Mielgo.
I thought they were showing us like a really bad like
by Watch Dogs Legion,
cinematic trailer.
And looks at
But no,
the
it's
game
actually a
and
short
the
film.
universe and the characters through
cool.
his incredible artistic vision and visual style.
The city needs a resistance.
Like the film, Watch Dogs Legion tells the story of ordinary heroes setting aside their differences in order to come together as a collective and to fight for a positive
I
change.
really want to know how this
You
works.
can literally recruit and play anyone who you see in the open world. You profile people that are interesting to you, you help them with their problem, you play their origin mission.
Just help me get some closure and I'll do whatever you want.
Sounds like a dead sick problem.
I just don't understand how this won't
And
end
that's
up
how
being
you recruit
repetitive,
them
but if
into your
they
team, and then they become the heroes of the game.
found a way to
and
make
the
it
stars
work,
of your story.
could be really cool.
You with Albion?
Please, think more underground.
You with Albion?
I'm tickled, but think more underground.
What, DedSec? Yeah, right, and I'm Che Guevara. You're done.
And they make the story not only, unique to them, but
Weird.
unique to you as the player and personal to you because they're, heroes that you've chosen and invested in. What would I say to fans? I guess I'd say, take care of yourselves, stay safe.
So like the
Welcome
cutscenes
to
and
the
everything were
Resistance.
just like redone over and over again, or what?
Our London town. A modern metropolis
Looks pretty good.
built on history and prosperity. Only
Looks
took
like it's gonna be
12,000
glitchy.
years to build it up, and one night
Looks
to
pretty
tear
large
it
as
all
well.
down.
There's some actual terrorism.
Oh my god. Listen up. Get all your units to move in and lock down the city.
Yeah, it's Ubisoft, so
With
downgrade.
London under attack
You're
by a
right.
mysterious terrorist.
The first Watch
The
Dogs was a
government turns
great
to a
example of
private
that.
military company called Albion to keep everyone safe. What could possibly go wrong?
Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nigel Cass,
I already don't
CEO
like him.
of Albion. He's kindly stepped up to establish order.
Understand this. I will not allow anyone
Not even myself.
I hope that's the stream that's making the
He will stop
lip
at nothing
syncing
to
really bad.
permanently control the city.
London will be the first city in the world to be made truly safe.
Nigel's not the only opportunist who's taken a liking to this fair city. Meet Mary Kelly, head of the most powerful crime syndicate in London.
Be sure and spread the word.
She and her goons are using the dark web to sell everything from party pills to people.
This microchip is scary, I know, but I got to keep tracks on my merchandise, don't I?
You made me a slave.
You
Wild.
do not want to ruffle her feathers. With the city out on its arse, it now falls on you to build
So
a
it's got like
resistance and
corrupt
take
officers.
back London.
It's got some straight up mafia shit.
Races on, guns out.
Any of the brave Londoners you see walking the streets can be recruited into your team. Like him. Her. Or even her.
Dude, the granny gets me every time.
Everyone could become
That's gonna
your
be so
next
hilarious.
secret weapon.
What's happening?
In our first
How you doing,
mission,
Simon?
We need to get some dirt on Nigel Cass, and that means breaking into Albion headquarters inside the Tower of London. All
That's a little
the hardy
aggressive.
souls you see here are people
Weird.
we have recruited from the streets of London.
Can you change
They all
their
have unique abilities,
inventory,
and you're
or is this
free to
just like
tackle this mission
set stuff?
with whoever you like.
Dear God, my eyes. Mikey.
Interesting.
Zip up, get to work, and let's never talk about this again.
Like everyone in DedSec, Arthur can hack pretty much whatever. But as a construction worker, he has
This is one thing that's really cool about Watch Dogs.
Handy.
Just hacking vehicles to run people over.
He can even call his
And
own
now he's
cargo
just
drone.
beating the shit out of people.
Perfect for gate crashing.
That's
when
wild.
You're not invited. And who needs a regular old
I
gun
feel
when you
like
have a
if you were to be
bloody
doing this
railgun?
though, they would have all seen you flying on that drone and would have blown your brains out. Dude. Weapons that actually make sense for them too. This guy's just running around with a nail gun.
Perhaps we could approach this mission differently. If you'd rather keep your distance, we've got you covered.
Ooh.
Amy is a drone expert.
What have we here?
A real tech connoisseur.
Hate spiders, but love this one.
Dude, this is gonna be so interesting in the amount of different ways you can go about
Here we are. Let's class the place up.
different
A
situations.
drone expert does have the
Could be
unique
so cool.
ability to summon their own drone. This little darling is fast and stealthy.
I feel like this is a mixture between like Watch Dogs and taking out Far Cry fortresses. Drone expert equals kicking drones.
She can also hack enemy drones, turning the tide in her favor.
Oh, that sound. No thanks.
And if you are not into direct confrontation, there are more ways than one to get the job done. Recruiting an Albion officer like Brielle here
Ooh.
might be challenging, but it'll get you
Undercover.
inside restricted Albion areas.
Don't mind me, just doing recon for a bunch of insurgents.
However, do anything suspicious.
For some reason,
and
this
she'll
right here
probably
just
wind
reminds
up
me
with
of
a bullet in the
Prototype.
back of her head.
You've been approved for entry.
The fuck? They removed the spider bot from Cyberpunk and offered it to Ubi now? Must have been good money.
If you feel you must. Criminals running our streets.
Yikes. Yeah, I really don't like this guy.
Illegals threatening our families. The police commissioner himself. Assassinated by terrorists.
Well, that seems to be enough evidence. Next up, we're crashing Mary Kelly's organ farming operation and putting a stop to it.
So, this game's either going to be really good or really bad.
Quality stuff.
And I don't know which
We need
one.
a hard nut for this.
Impairing our frontal lobe again, are we?
There's a lot of potential here.
Say hello to Mickey.
It's
The
unique.
man lives for his team
And if it's done right,
another hair on my chest.
and doesn't mind getting his hands dirty.
just beating the shit out of people. The melee combat actually looks pretty good. This right here, melee combat, Madar, by the way. Melee combat is where third person
And he's passed out.
is really good.
We'll come back to him. You know what? Let's go with someone a bit more professional.
Yeah, the graphics do look pretty shitty. Especially this guy's facial hair. Like, what is that? Yo, it's Keanu Reeves.
It's almost crass to call him a hitman.
They've even got the music, don't they? Yeah, copyright. Dude, this song. John fucking Wick, dude. Just this clip right here, just that they did this. They're totally going off that Keanu hype. This is actually badass.
Here's the bastard responsible. Done and dusted.
Not bad if I do say so, innit?
Not everyone in London is a legendary assassin.
If they were able to actually get him a part of the game,
can be a hero.
it would have been a lot more badass, but...
So get out there, find the best recruits, and build your resistance.
Ooh, paint gun. There's like so much variety in this game. Like, it's actually wild.
It's time to take back London.
And it seems like there's an actual story, but it just like replaces the cutscenes with whatever character and voice
Plunging the player
you're
into
currently
a living,
playing.
breathing city, teeming with unique locales and
It's wild.
characters, has always been a central pillar of the Watch Dogs series.
Did it say
So what
October
goes into
29th?
building those worlds? Here's Amanda Munt to tell us more.
My name's Amanda Munt. I'm a level artist on Watch Dogs Legion at
Yeah,
Ubisoft
we are
Toronto.
meant to have the game already.
Being a level artist, I think, is the coolest job in video games because we do get the freedom to kind of like pick and choose what little details we want to depict, and we get ample opportunities to tell
I
the
gotta
stories
give
that we want to
huge
tell in the spaces that we're assigned
Respect
to.
to
I have
level
the capacity
artists.
to hide things and
I
you know, like
can't
small
even
little
imagine.
Easter eggs. In AC Unity, there was a boat somewhere in the world that was covered in cats.
Pathetic narrative, no longevity.
And then
We'll have to wait and
again in Watch
see.
Dogs 2, and there may or
They
may
delayed
not be
this
something
game
in
for a
London
reason,
that
so I'm
is
assuming it
filled with
wasn't
cats
going to
in
be
some
the
capacity.
greatest.
I was fortunate enough to go to E3 last year. Some of the people that I was showing our demo to were from London, so no matter where I dropped them in the city, they'd go, "Oh my God, this feels like Camden. This, you know, this feels like Southwark. This feels like Westminster."
Artist and designer is
People are
basically
talking
the
about
same word,
Some
Lewis.
detail that I've put into the world, and they're excited about it. Like that feels so good. As
You also got to
somebody who,
remember, I'm pretty
you know,
sure
builds these
they're
worlds with care.
Canadian.
I love it.
Yeah, they're Canadian. So. Don't talk shit to my fellow Canadians, Lewis.
And now some news for Brawlhalla fans. In just a few weeks, you'll be able to battle it out with your favorite legends on iOS and Android devices.
You're moving to Canada?
3, 2, 1, brawl!
These are my favorite parts of the streams. Well, it seems like there's gonna be a lot of terrorism in the game, so maybe. Alright. Done with Brawlhalla.
Whether you need a Tom Clancy action fix on the go, or want to dive back into one of the most beloved fantasy
Gonna be
franchises
another
in
mobile
gaming,
game.
we've got you covered.
Well, still a better love story than the PC gaming show. Did I stream that? I don't remember. I don't think I did. Was it bad? I don't even remember if I streamed it. I don't even remember if I watched it. Mobile games, man. They should be banned from showing mobile games at events like this. They should have like a separate event. They should have like a separate mobile gaming event. If I were to have streamed it, I would have quit. I probably would have just started to play a game or something. I'm about to just go start playing a game right now, because if they keep showing mobile games... I'm sorry, I don't know why my voice is so whistly today. It's actually annoying myself. Might and Magic, Elite Squad. Is this another mobile game? Yeah, this is another mobile game. Oh my god. Telling me you don't have phones? No. I've got a phone alright. I just don't play games on it. I actually love that meme. Who doesn't have a phone? That's not the point. You're making a mobile game? I'm disappointed in you, Lewis. We shall banish mobile games from live streams.
Chain is down. Request air support. Target northeast.
Your game will have no ads and no in-game purchases. Well, how?
I need an EMP deployed
Full on free, eh? Greatest disappointment so far was EA Play. Yeah, EA Play was really bad. Really bad. I did stream that. Biggest regret ever. If I whistle too much, Roach may appear. I was hoping that maybe a car would show up instead, like a Quadra. Maybe, you know, it would just like bust through my wall. You asked for a refund on Death Stranding? You never want a game on your phone? I don't like... I don't understand how people enjoy mobile games.
Rainbow Six Siege first launched, and the community has never been stronger. In celebration of this milestone,
yeah, EA
Ubisoft
Play.
Montreal has put together a special video to thank all of the
I don't know why they bothered with an event.
Siege become the game it is today.
Because they had nothing to show. They had Star Wars Squadrons, and then I don't think they showed a single other thing. I think this is Rainbow Six Mobile.
In December
oh no, this is the alpha.
A small team released Rainbow Six Siege.
Wow. I quit Rainbow Six Siege.
A game built on a strong
It's just been
vision,
getting worse.
creativity, competitiveness.
It's gotten better in a lot of ways, but it's also gotten worse in a lot of ways. It's I can't deal with the RNG BS anymore.
That original
But yeah, back to EA Play. They had nothing to show. All of their upcoming games are just like in concept and alpha phase.
This is such a special moment. And
Yeah, there's
at 1 year
characters from all the different games inside that mobile game. Not saying PC Gaming Show was boring, all I'm saying is I figured out 12 different ways of making my thumbs wrestle each other during the event. I wasn't less entertained than if I watched all of it. Nice.
All those aspects are absolutely critical to
Hey, they're showing my favorite part of the gameplay right now. This is why I quit. The amount of bugs and issues in the game, at least last time I played, it's unplayable.
And together, we grow stronger.
There is no sequel plan, and we are here for the next 10 years, so expect
I gave you mod the first time you watched me for an R6. Yeah, I was streaming R6, I think, in 2018. Very low point on my channel, but yeah, I was streaming Rainbow Six. I played a lot of Rainbow Six. I'll tell you how many hours I have just on Steam. I used to play it on PS4 as well.
Now 60
I think I also had it on another
strong.
account, so this isn't even all my
We're
hours.
just getting started.
Yeah, I have almost 1,600 hours on my one Steam account. Ugh.
From the devs that build the game to the community that plays
Nasty.
it. Thank you.
That's how easy it was back in the day, eh? You just have to ask why I don't have any mods. Well, here you go, have mod.
If you haven't tried it yet, dive into our new Operation Steel Wave update available now and take Ace and Malusi out for a spin.
A few days ago,
The Tom Clancy stories are really good.
brand new multiplayer shooter. Now, it's time to venture into the Hyperscape.
Hyperscape. This is the new free-to-play battle royale game that's like wanting to be like cyberpunk-ish, I think. I might have to give this a try. Battle royale games just don't last for me.
What was that? A hack in the Hyperscape. That's not supposed to be there. Let me get you all up to speed, okay? About 30 years ago, everything that we feared about our future started to come true. We made some good decisions. We made some bad decisions. Actually, we made a lot of bad decisions. So, here we are.
Hey, that's our current world.
10 billion souls living in the crush of the megacities. But the people at Prisma changed everything. They gave everyone a way out. The Hyperscape. In the Hyperscape, the biggest draw by far is Crown Rush. This is where anyone can become someone.
Battle Royale, 99 players. Why not just 100? Ooh. Again, I'm not happy that they always have to show cinematic stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure this game has already had like a open or closed beta or something.
If you get good at Crown Rush, it can change your life.
It looks interesting, but it's a battle royale game. It would last maybe a couple matches for me. The only battle royale games that like truly hold my interest are Apex Legends.
Users disappearing.
I still play that game from every once in a while. And then Warzone, but I don't have anyone to play it with, so I don't even know if I would enjoy it anymore. So yeah, battle royale games just die way too fast for me.
Some of us for a way out, and for others, a new way altogether. That's what brings us to the edge of the future, to the Hyperscape.
Not gonna lie, for the longest time I thought this was called Hyperspace.
JC's work on Far Cry Primal and multiple Prince of Persia titles has established him as a top creative here at Ubisoft.
For me, what's exciting is we started building it from scratch. Seeing it grow, adding ideas is really cool.
Hello, contender. Welcome to the Hyperscape.
Does PlanetSide have crossplay?
2054. It's in a future where humanity has grown a little darker. One of the companies there, they are launching what's called the Hyperscape, which is a virtual world and the internet of the future. It's the place where everything converges. Within the virtual world, there is a battle royale that takes place in the virtual city of Neo Arcadia. Then we also introduce a lot of new things. You get the opportunity to do parkour on the rooftops, to go into interiors where it's much more narrow, much more stressful. You get to go to the landmarks where there's
looks
more
like a speedy gameplay.
To get cool items, but also more players, so it's a risk-reward kind of deal. We introduced the notion of hacks, special abilities that you can pick up on the fly to adapt your tactics.
I also want to see Far Cry 6.
Like
we will see it. So you don't gotta panic. We will see it. They did say that we were going to see it. So unless they're completely lying.
That let you have fun, that are toys that you can play with.
The TTK was really long.
Spectacle, so all the viewers will be able
to be fair, in games like this where it's like super fast paced, the TTK has to be a little bit longer than normal.
Every few minutes there's going to be a vote and viewers will be able to decide what
sort of like Apex Legends and stuff is like super speedy. If the TTK was too fast, I don't know how long you're saying, so it might be even too long for what I'm talking about, but You don't want it to be too fast because then if you're just like zooming around and then you just get like one shot, that would not be fun.
To play for all PC players worldwide. And I really want to thank all the players, all the streamers, and all the viewers who participated
Battle Royales
in the tech test and who will participate
specifically
in the open beta.
have longer TTKs so that you at least have a fighting chance of fighting someone. Like if they're really bad and they're shooting at you, you have the slightest chance to whip around and take them out.
Watch and learn how it's done.
Makes you kind of think on like whether or not you can truly get all your shots off on the person. Katana's nice.
Let's show them what I'm made of. Go time.
Yeah, it's like got a mixture of abilities, super futuristic. I don't know how I feel about these abilities though.
Watch closely.
Might just take a while to get used to.
Here we go.
Can't even imagine trying to aim at people in this game, just with everyone flying around. Play the PC open beta. Nice. July 12th, so today. Nice. Free 30-tier battle pass. Wow. Exhilarating.
The digital world of the Hyperscape gave our artists and developers incredible freedom.
Once I charge $9 a month to play.
Production manager Ana Maria Musca is going to take us behind the scenes of character design.
My name is Ana Maria Musca.
I thought this event was only like
for characters and weapons on Hyperscape.
30 to 45 minutes or something.
We have paid an exceptional
Maybe an
amount
hour?
of detail to our characters. We switch different outfits, different fashion statements, different tattoos, different materials until we see them as real individuals, as real people. So the second you pick a character, you see them
Yeah,
in
if they
game,
show a
you
cinematic
understand
trailer
what
for
their
Far Cry
motivations
6,
are and
I
what
might
drives them and what
actually
challenges them.
cry.
This was the first lineup of characters. This is our default
Far Cry
base,
games for the
but
longest time.
Even starting from the hair down, everything
All the
has
co-op
been
Far Cry
meticulously
games
thought of.
haven't
This
been
person
the best to me.
actually liked this
They've
type of
only
outfit.
been
This
playable
person
because they're co-op.
enjoy the type of tattoos that
So
we're
I hope
putting
this
on them.
game
Will they
still has
actually
co-op.
like
I think it does. I think it
to
has
be
two-player
in
co-op.
this body?
But I hope it
Each season, we
is
plan to
still
produce new
good to the
outfits for
point
these
where
characters.
by
So we're
yourself
hoping
it's good.
Some of our players are gonna
If it's not,
see
I'm
the effort and maybe even
gonna be sad,
correlate
but
some of the
it's got
accessories to
co-op,
what's gonna
so
happen in the game.
it's got to at least be pretty decent.
We're
Plus
very
also it's
excited
got,
to see it in people's hands.
already forgot his name again. Isn't it like Giancarlos Esposito or something?
Working closely with console makers,
Man, I'm so bad with names.
all the extraordinary
Someone can tell me their
these new
name
consoles
and
will offer.
literally
Now,
30
we have a
seconds
special
later
guest
I'll
to
forget
tell
it.
us a little more.
Hey everyone, Phil Spencer from Xbox. With Watch Dogs Legion, Ubisoft is supporting smart delivery. So you will get the absolute best version of the game on any version of Xbox you're playing on. On Series X, you'll get to take advantage of the amazing work the team has done with DirectX ray tracing to create an absolutely immersive version of London like you've never seen before.
Is he like extremely tired? Why is he
Ubisoft
blinking
has
so
a
much?
unique ability to create
I've
immersive
never seen Phil
worlds,
Spencer blink like this.
setting a new bar that continues to drive our industry forward. I'm a huge fan of Assassin's Creed. I love the time I've spent exploring the world in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And I can't wait for you to see the gameplay from Assassin's Creed Valhalla that's coming up now.
AC Valhalla, here we go.
All right. We know you've been waiting to hear more about this game since it was announced back in April. And now it's time for a deep dive into the world of Vikings.
My name is Julien Laferrière, and I'm the producer of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So a couple of weeks ago, we announced Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and the reaction from the fans was just amazing. The time period of Vikings
It was only a couple
is
weeks ago? I felt like that was...
really inspiring. When we did our research, we found
I
that,
guess, yeah.
you know, they were not mindless barbarians. Vikings were actually farmers trying to find new lands for them to settle. And so they had really human motivations. So for us to have this opportunity to tell kind of the real story about Vikings and kind of separate ourselves from the myths and the folklore.
Yeah, the
really
leak. Yeah, I saw the leak.
To make this game.
The leak looked really bad. I'm not gonna lie. It looked a little bit like Odyssey, according to my friend that
what it meant to be a Viking
plays a lot of Assassin's Creed. But even to him, he's a huge AC fan. He loves the AC games, and even he said it looked like ass.
In England,
so hopefully it looks a lot better. That was, I think, early alpha footage that got leaked.
It's just this moment
we'll
that
see.
Most likely the Vikings felt as well. You need to see this land of opportunity. And this is exactly the
I don't think the PS5 event was ass. I thought the PS5 event was really good. The EA Play was really bad.
It is a personal adventure, you know. It is the story of Eivor, a Viking chieftain. Eivor is either a male or a female. You decide when you start the game.
Well, that was trippy.
They will have to leave Norway to settle in England because you just can't live in Norway anymore. There's too much political pressure, no resources available. Obviously, in England, it's full of Anglo-Saxons and other people, and they don't really want you there. So you will have to fight your way there to kind of build your own settlement.
I haven't really played it. There's a lot of people would get triggered by the amount of franchises that I have not played. So we probably shouldn't get on that topic.
And the fact that they were mastering a lot of weapons coming from the medieval times really inspired us to kind of revamp the fight system, to leverage the brutality and the intensity of Viking combat. Vikings were not only fighting face-to-face, they were masters of stealth and deception when needed. They used basically any sort of tactics they could use to win the battle. So we want to portray the full range of combat.
Valhalla? I don't think it's multiplayer now.
From the Vikings. We are very happy to finally be able to show you the game we've all been working on. So please enjoy this deep dive into Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
It's a deep dive too. Here we go. In-game footage, work in progress. Oh, please don't be the work in progress footage that we saw through the leaks. Oh, I think it is.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you will relive the epic saga of the Viking invasion of England. You play as Eivor, a Viking from Norway, who will lead his or her battle-hardened warriors across the North Sea to the British Isles. Eivor is driven by an ambitious goal, to build a thriving Norse settlement in a hostile land.
For the good of our clan, it is time we go a Viking. Today we raid, that tomorrow we may build.
England is a dark age tangle of broken kingdoms and warring dynasties, a land of opportunity and
raid.
Riches. As you prowl England's rivers,
Shadow Legends,
you may raid locations you spot from the shoreline. Ground your ship and blow your horn to lead your raiding crew into battle.
Ooh, burning down an entire house. Just burn down the village. That's just kind of toxic. Whoa, look at that frame drop. Reviving your friends.
Crew will assist you in all your raids, fighting enemies.
I do need to play through AC.
Battering down doors and stealing cargo.
I played the initial AC, I think the year that it came out. I couldn't get into it, and then I never touched the series ever since. I own all the games.
Giving you access to useful services, better tools, and new settlements.
Wait, so you can set up your own
settlement is the Alliance map.
Interesting.
It
You
will
can set
serve
up a
as record
settlement.
of the allies you have made, and a guide for future opportunities. The Viking Age was a time of warriors and legends. In Valhalla, you will find the largest variety of enemies ever assembled in an Assassin's Creed game.
Oh, the derpy
Every
gameplay.
archetype offers a unique challenge. Some will coordinate with their allies for special attacks.
Okay, there we
while
go.
Others will use nearby
Some of the
objects to their
AI looks a little bit derpy.
including the bodies of fallen warriors.
We are seeing the person that's playing be a little bit derpy as well, swinging and missing.
To gain the upper hand.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Take the fight to your foes with a host of...
This is a highly compressed Twitch stream, so just keep that in mind. I'd say probably without the compression, it's probably on par with Odyssey.
Incapacitate them with the new stun system to keep them at a distance.
In terms of graphics.
Or finish them off. Dual wield any 2 weapons you wish to unleash a deadly combination of attacks. Customize your fighting style as you see fit.
Animations look pretty good. It seems like the AI, I don't remember seeing AI this bad in Assassin's Creed before, so I don't know if this is the norm.
All combinations of weapons are available to dual.
But it seems really derpy.
Including 2 shields.
I am doing quite well, other than my lack of sleep again.
Call for violence.
Stealth. Let's see how this works in this game.
Find a way to adapt.
Because I feel like they've moved a little bit away from the actual assassin part of Assassin's Creed.
Outsmart your enemies, avoiding unwanted attention in towns and bustling cities. Use Eivor's hood and cloak to blend with crowds, and slip past watchful eyes. An unseen hunter among the people. From capital cities and villages to the dense forests and rolling hills of England, exploration is vital to keeping yourself sharp. You must feed off
Their worlds always look pretty good.
Hunt and forage to replenish your health and fortify.
Some boss fights? Ooh. See, I'm just gonna feel bad doing that.
Search pagan temples and Roman ruins.
I have way too much love for wolves and dogs.
Strengthen yourself and your settlement.
Like I hate killing dogs in Fallout, for example.
The more of England's secrets you will reveal.
Yeah, this does kind of have a little bit of... I feel like this has a little bit of a Witcher vibe. Not like hardcore Witcher vibe.
In a series of climactic moments, Assassin's Creed Valhalla will feature massive assaults in which you will lead Eivor's army into battle against heavily guarded
It's almost like they're
fortresses.
Almost putting a little bit of like For Honor kind of ideas into it.
And tomorrow we rebuild.
I hated the combat system in For Honor, so
will transport you to wondrous and haunted lands, inspired
Lewis.
by Norse myths and England's
that was the
pagan
boss
roots.
fight that looked really bad in the
It will
leak.
challenge and surprise. Thank you, with unforgettable characters, thrilling triumphs, and tragic losses, giving you the chance.
It definitely looks a lot better when it's all kind of meshed together like this. Ooh. Is there actually scenes like that where you get to see that? Like straight up Mortal Kombat shit right there. Looks like a really diverse world. AC Valhalla. I should start, this would annoy the shit out of people, but I should start live streaming
9th century England is truly
Assassin's
unlike
Creed on the
anything
channel.
franchise has seen before. Assassin's Creed Valhalla will release this holiday season on Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, PS4, PC, and Stadia.
You playing Epic Games, yay.
We're close to wrapping up today, but before we go, our CEO, Yves Guillemot, is here
Where's
to share
Skyrim?
a
I
few
thought
words.
you thought I was streaming it. Once I get a little bit more caught up on my Cyberpunk videos, I'll start streaming it.
And that you will love playing these games. I'm proud of our team.
Graphics are probably on par with Odyssey.
Broad and creative lineup of games.
It's just really bad compression.
And we haven't
You have to remember
shown
it's compression
you
from
everything
Twitch,
In fact,
and then
we
compression
have
through
a lot
YouTube,
more to come. So you will have another
which is really
Ubisoft
bad.
Forward to reveal even more about our upcoming games. But before ending this show, we have one more thing to share
Far
with
Cry
you.
6. This has to be Far Cry 6. Yeah, it's Far Cry 6. Here we go. Giancarlo Esposito. Okay. Anthony Gonzalez. Sean Ray. Misa Gunduz. Alex Fernandez. Man, people always gotta have names that I can't pronounce worth shit. Ooh. I feel like it's gonna be a cinematic trailer, but we'll see. Woo! Got another dictator on our hands. Flamethrowers. Flamethrowers confirmed. Far Cry 6. But you don't get to see no gameplay. Created by Ubisoft. Well, no shit. Damn cinematic trailers, man. Yeah, let us burn down those weed fields again. Good old Far Cry 3 days.
Perfect, but useless. I have something for you, Diego. Give me your hands.
Papa.
Now, the grenade is simple. It has 4 basic parts. The shell, which contains the explosive, the fuse, the handle, and of course...
Imagine they just come out and say, hey, this is the actual graphics.
What are you doing?
Breathe, Diego. Breathe. The pin simply holds the handle in place. It is only when you let go that this grenade goes boom. Follow me.
Dude, he's gonna make this game.
Now.
My favorite villain in the Far Cry franchise so far has been Voss. I think that's most people can agree with that.
And our people.
I feel like this will beat that.
They are torn apart by opinions, noise, indecision, strangled by their own freedoms. And even if you have love in your heart, even if you want what's best for them, if you only want to save them from themselves, they will hate you, Diego. Everything you say, do, believe.
Ubisoft has a lot of games that are coming out at a very inconvenient time.
They will answer you with screams. Call you evil. A monster.
They're gonna make him toss the nade out into the crowd?
This. So you tell me, are you evil? Are you a monster? Because our country is like this grenade, except it has 2 basic parts. Our people. And you must clutch them nice and tight, or we all go boom.
It's gonna be a Far Cry game with an actual really good story. The first time in a long time. February 18th, 2021. Interesting.
And with that, we're wrapping up our first Ubisoft Forward.
Interesting.
Today, we've seen the next generation of Assassin's Creed, the birth
I'm
of a resistance
disappointed
in Watch Dogs Legion,
that it was only cinematic,
the cyber chaos of Hyperscape,
but I think Giancarlo
and the
is
epic
going to
reveal
make
of
that
Far Cry's
game
newest installment,
actually
along
good.
with so much more.
Remember, we'll be back later this year with another
Roblox,
Ubisoft
chill.
Forward filled with tons of game news and updates.
Thanks for joining us.
4 days after your birthday. I need to quickly Google something here.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Ubisoft Forward post-show. My name is Yusuf Magid, and this is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We're going to take a deep dive into about 30 minutes of gameplay, and we're joined by a very special guest here.
Hey everyone, this is Philippe Bergeron, otherwise known as Fizz. I am the quest director on Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Oh, better hope
Fizz,
not.
we're setting up here for what looks like an epic encounter. Tell us exactly what's going on here.
Yeah, so here we're midway through the quest that we're
I
showing.
hope this is fake. One sec.
Forward. Here we're looking at the assault.
There's a leak
Burg
of the
Castle.
Cyberpunk
So these
ending?
are big moments that usually sort of
Stop.
culminate at the end
I don't
of the
even want to
story.
hear that
And
sentence.
So here Eivor, our Viking raider, is taking a group of raiders and Fyrds into Burg Castle to go and take down Rued and his clan.
Holiday
So who
2020.
exactly is Rued, and why does Eivor sort of want to...
I'm trying to figure out
Basically,
when
Rued comes into play about
AC
halfway
Valhalla
through
comes
this story
out.
arc, where at the beginning of the arc, this is something that happens before.
What do I think of
Basically
Watch Dogs? I think it has a
Oswald
lot of
within the
potential.
territory, and Oswald,
Watch Dogs
who's the
Legion
sort
has a
of
lot of potential if they somehow were able to do it right with all the different characters that you can play and actually tell a cohesive story.
Revenge, but also accomplishing your ultimate goal.
But if it's
So
just
Fizz,
like
as you're talking, we're
repetitive
seeing some of the
kind of
combat of
fortress
Valhalla.
takedown kind of
Can you tell us
thing,
a little bit about the changes
I don't
to
know.
combat this time around?
It could go either way. It could either be really good
add a
or really
lot
bad.
of new mechanics to it. So we added like
When
some
is
dual
AC
wielding for the
Valhalla coming
player,
out?
like a stun system in there, and we really needed to do this to sort of portray that sort of the brutality that comes with being a Viking in this day and age. So it sort of fits into that the time and the character.
I don't know if these leaks are right. There were leaks that came out today, like within the last 24 hours, of AC Valhalla's release date. And it says November 17th.
Eivor, is that you? Shut your ass, twigs.
And
Here, Eivor has taken her entire
if that's
army
true,
through the
that's
assault, and
2 days
finally
before
it's revealed
Cyberpunk
that
2077.
Our Elderman, our ally, Oswald, is still alive, and Rued has him captive.
It's like they want the game to be dead on arrival, if that's the case. They better hope that's not legit.
Come and get him.
So now that we've
You're hoping
seen that
for
Oswald
Far
is
Cry 1
alive, we have
characters in
Rued
Far Cry
within our
6?
sights. What's the next step here?
Were there leaks
So
of
the
that or
next move
something?
for Eivor is to finally
I feel like that's the second person that's mentioned
She
that.
has her allies. They can take care of the rest of the army. Now it's time to go one-on-one against Rued in one of our boss battles, actually.
They better hope that that's not when it's coming out. If they seriously release AC Valhalla
And it's worth pointing out, actually,
2
that
days
here what
before
we're showing is the player,
Cyberpunk,
going
that's
and
like
facing off against
that's just
Rued
asking for your
aggressively.
game
We
to
tend
be dead
to
on arrival.
always have to support a 360
That's like a
degree
Titanfall
approach in
2
these things.
move.
So the player could have approached us a little bit more stealthy and gotten at least like a good critical hit on either Rued or his wolf, and so you can play this a little bit more strategically if that's your playstyle.
So we're not only fighting Rued here, but also his pet wolf, right?
You're one
Far
of
Cry
my
3
preferred
Remastered, that'd be
strategies is
pretty
to
cool.
eliminate the wolf first. Just focus fire on him. It takes at least one opponent out of the combat. Now Rued will
I'd be down for a
have
Far Cry 3 Remaster.
extra
I think
abilities
they
that come
already
into play
released like
if
an
you do
enhanced
eliminate his
version of
wolf.
it or something, didn't they?
But I think
I could be
having
remembering
one opponent
incorrectly.
less in the battlefield makes for a good strategy in the whole.
See if I can log into Uplay now.
For all your efforts, only the
There we
cold
go.
dark of Niflheim awaits you.
Valhalla is my destiny. That fate will not be met today. Why doesn't they should be roomed, wolf-kissed? Made thralls, not treated as equals. We are better than this. Than all of them.
Do not drag
What's
me
my
down
favorite
to
Far
the
Cry
sewage
game?
you wallow in.
My favorite Far Cry game was Far Cry 3. But I haven't played Far Cry 1 or Far Cry 2. But I've played a little bit of Primal. I quit it because I was not enjoying it. I've played all the way through Far Cry 4 and all the way through Far Cry 5.
Before God, a lawful assembly.
Far Cry 3 was by far my favorite.
We freed Oswald.
I have not played Blood Dragon either.
Oswald, in this case, prefers for Ruud to be kept alive. And
I honestly always forget
that
the Far Cry Blood Dragon is a thing.
Or stay true to your nature.
Let's see, is it on?
So we have this choice to make, but before we get into that, I want to rewind a little bit because we just did this big grand assault, but Eivor couldn't have done it alone.
Ubisoft store is currently unavailable. Nice.
Along the way, get some troops, get some allies. So let's actually rewind and see how we went about first gathering those troops.
Right. So when coming up to an assault, it's a game of numbers. Eivor can go into pretty much any location and be a stealthy Viking, eliminating some of the assets, which ultimately would be a strategy. You can do that, and you'll have some of the...
Far Cry 2 is the best. It has a lot more mechanics in it. Yeah, I saw a comparison.
But you still need a army.
I saw a comparison video like a year ago or two from a pretty popular channel. I think it was like Crobcat or something like that. Comparing the most recent Far Cry games to Far Cry 2 and just like all the tiny little details, like the realistic details that it has. It's actually pretty cool that a game that old had so many tiny little realistic details.
Yeah, so she's really using like the image.
Have I played Mafia? No, I have not. I'm waiting until the Mafia Enhanced to play it. You can ask me a load of games if I've played them, and the answer will probably be no. Because ever since around 2012, basically all I've done, most of my time is spent making videos, and then outside of making videos, it's usually like playing multiplayer games with friends.
And so here, Eivor is basically helping them take back one of their...
Which is why I would love to live stream games to get through my backlog, but I don't know, I feel like that would annoy people.
Basically taking it back for the people and showing that there's a reason to continue.
Like, for example, just live streaming this event has lost me about like 15 subscribers. So, if I were to live stream like every day playing my backlog, I'd probably lose all my subs. Have I played a game? I have played a game. I have played Call of Duty. I have not played the mobile version. I played COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Ghosts, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Advanced Warfare, and so on. Does that mean you should unsub right now? That's really toxic, Lewis. Don't give anyone ideas. Gonna be completely honest, I don't even know what Bomberman is.
Fizz, we just saw this giant pulse go out.
Thanks for dropping by, TC.
So that is what we call the Odin site. The Odin site is basically our
COD Mobile is good because Mommy said it's free.
From previous games, and we thought it was good to sort of bring that back. It's basically Eivor's intuition. It's how she perceives the world when player uses
something that would trigger a lot of people, especially like my Bethesda crowd on the channel, is I have never even beat Skyrim. I've played Skyrim, I've put hundreds of hours into Skyrim, but I've never beat it.
Way of sort of understanding the world and showing you like things that you can go and touch.
Alright.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of things we can touch, we just picked up this...
I still can't believe I haven't. The fact that I have not beat Skyrim. I could probably beat Skyrim, like the main storyline, in one sitting. But I have a bad habit in big games like that, playing for 10 plus hours in my playthrough, and then taking a break for a couple weeks or a couple months, and then going back to the game and being like, I'm just going to start a new playthrough. I'll beat it this time. And then I don't. So.
We have these spread out throughout the world, so again, to promote exploration and discovery, As you travel through the world,
I do not play Delta Force.
locations, you can find these books that will add abilities that you can
This AC gameplay actually looks a lot more interesting than the leaked gameplay.
then go into the different locations or the different quests in the game and use those depending on what your playstyle is.
Now we've recaptured this village, we've secured more troops for our assault.
You give up on trying to get Watch Dogs now? I'm gonna go see if my page ever loaded.
The rightful king of East Anglia has spared your life today, and so it will be.
Compassion is a virtue.
Interesting. They said they have a notice on the page now. It says, "Don't worry, we'll be giving out the awards to all of you, even if you were unable to log in successfully. Sit back and enjoy the show."
Viking being put to the death in battle is your
Interesting.
road to Valhalla, so he was basically denied access.
So I'm wondering if they're just gonna give it to everyone on Uplay, or
come into play later on in the game, so we have very difficult decisions for the player to make. We didn't want to have easy decisions.
Yeah, you know, when I was playing, I decided to listen to Oswald and spare Rued's life, but what exactly is the relationship like between Eivor and Oswald?
So the relationship between Eivor and Oswald is an alliance. It's basically Eivor.
your mom last played a game 25 years ago?
Initially getting into England are hostile towards her, and obviously if you want to set up a new settlement, you want to make sure that your neighbor is friendly. So here in East Anglia, Oswald is the man for the
Yeah, my
job.
dad used to be a gamer. He doesn't play games anymore. He hasn't played games for decades. The last game I got him to try was Grand Theft Auto 5 a couple years ago, and that was on console. He was unable to do both the sticks at the same time.
And aligning basically Danes with Saxons in one territory.
And then my mom, the last game she played was actually recently. It's Toomba. It's like a PlayStation 1 game.
We have this big open region of East Anglia, so before we head off to Oswald's wedding, what do you say we head out?
Yeah, I have heard the
see what we can get into in the
news about Nvidia.
That sounds great.
There's a lot of back and forth news on Nvidia and RDNA too.
You best believe
so
if you let me talk to a cat, I'm gonna talk to a cat.
I'm just gonna wait until it's official.
Some of my favorite moments actually in the game where we put out a whole bunch of events throughout the territory. And it sort of rewards, again, exploration, going around. It's a
Area
chance for us also
51
to
for
sort of showcase
PS1.
a different side of Eivor.
Let's Google
A lot
this.
of the quests sort of deal more with like politics and warfare, and this shows a slightly more human nature to her. So it permits us to explore that character a little bit more. And so here, basically, like you're trying to help a kid with his cat
2005.
and ultimately get that cat to sort of join your crew as a cat raider.
You just said cat raider way too casually. You're telling me I could have a cat Viking raider on my longship?
That's exactly
A
what
cat Viking raider.
I love it. Perfect.
Interesting.
So yeah, as you're riding around the rivers of England,
YouTube advertisements have gotten so wild ever since the whole lockdown started.
You know, speaking of the Viking longship, we're seeing some of that gameplay here now.
I feel like I've seen this game before.
Works and functions in Valhalla.
Yeah, so starting out on this project, I think the Viking longship is one of the biggest images that we all have when we think about Vikings in our game. And so Vikings had this awesome design for longship that had a very shallow hull.
Yeah, Far Cry 6 is releasing in February. I would expect gameplay within the next, I would hope, next 2 months, max 3 months. Then again, maybe not. Maybe they'll show gameplay just like 3 months before the game comes out. Ubisoft doesn't seem to like showing things gameplay-wise until a game's like
So I know past Assassin's Creed games allowed for
just like a few months away.
on ships. Will Valhalla have a similar version of that?
Yeah, so this is something we actually wanted the crew of your
Yeah,
ship to become
AC definitely is a time killer.
So we added stories and songs into the ship. So basically,
I'm just thankful that they're not like complete trash games, or at least don't look like it. And from what I've heard, they're actually pretty good. They're not amazing,
who the
but
Raiders
they're
are
also
in the
above
show.
average.
You hear more about their life, so you can actually queue up stories, and they'll give you a little bit more background on who they are. So
You're waiting for Half-Life 3, Manhunt 3, and Max Payne 4. All games that are very unlikely to come out, but hopefully one day.
So here we're seeing a bit of a different view. What exactly are we looking at?
We had this on previous Assassins where you would like ride
In Valve's recent documentary with Jeff Keighley,
we have a similar thing for the
they talked about how they've made like multiple Half-Life games, one of which was Half-Life 3, and they were all canned.
songs or some stories and just take it all in.
When Rockstar showed GTA 5 again at the PS5 event, I thought they were actually about to show GTA 6. That's what I thought when the Rockstar logo popped up. But no, just a enhanced edition of GTA 5.
They would like to have a battle
Re-releasing again, selling the game again.
where insults would be thrown back.
I saw somewhere that it was going to be free, but then I've also heard that it's paid, so.
Good insult, but also to have a good rhythm and
Yeah, I did see the theory that Far Cry 6's
basically a precursor to
kid was Voss. We heard his name, I think it was Carlos, in the trailer. So unless he's Voss is just like a nickname.
Then you're speaking to fools and their knowledge is flawed.
Wow. How exactly do you go about being successful in one of these?
The trick behind a good flight was to choose the right insult, identifying the right cadence, and then
Lewis, what would I do without you spamming the Discord?
Interesting.
I suggest only joining the Discord if you are someone that can hold a conversation and like to initiate conversation. Because we need plenty of those kinds of people.
Then you've clearly misheard them. My wit is immense.
Oh, you looked out.
Time dialogue.
Well, what
Did you just point out time dialogue? They have that in Cyberpunk. And it's a thing that I personally think should be in games.
Unless it touches on my flighting, then heed every word.
Take the coin.
So now that we've proven our sharp tongue and wit, I think it's time for a bit more relaxing activity. So we're fishing here.
Yeah, that's it. So we
Fishing.
gave Eivor a fishing line, so you can actually throw out a line and go catch some fish.
Who needs a fishing simulator when you can just fish in AC?
To play into our new health loop where the player will lose health in the world, and it doesn't automatically regenerate like we would have in the past. So you actually have to go out.
Health regeneration is gone.
Supplies, so you'll find mushrooms and some food that you can gather. But here, like you can also catch.
I don't even
fish,
think I've heard of
consume that to regain some health.
either of those.
We'll sometimes have it in certain quests, so it's a good way to sort of chill out on the side of the water and just again take it all in.
This right here is just another example of how this game is a time killer.
So this is what we call
Simon, you put it perfectly.
Altars. So the idea is that you find these around the world and you make offerings to
Far
it.
Cry.
So take like animal parts and stuff that you can find throughout the world. Here what you're seeing though is sort of like a fancy version of it where as you do your offering you get interrupted by some kids that basically come and steal your stuff. So it's just a way for us to sort of showcase.
Yeah, I don't think it's Voss, but
can sort of play in with some
I think it was a good theory because kind of looks a little bit similar. And then I think he also has like the same scar on his eyebrow. I think that's why people initiated that.
Simple interaction.
Yeah, and it's really what we were trying to do with these events is to give another dimension to Eivor, other than just the pure rar Viking or the politician. Because you can imagine at some point that will grow old if you're always telling that version of the character. So it lets us really go into the depth of who is Eivor, what motivates her, how she can interact with the world outside of warfare and politics. And it also showcases like a different facet of the world at the same time. It's not only Eivor, so it just widens the breadth.
Yeah, I do hope that this game and also Cyberpunk have the ability to disable the time dialogue. Because yeah, some people don't have... Some people can't read through the options as fast. Either because English isn't their first language or say like a reading
It was kind of nice
disability.
that Eivor wasn't really necessarily upset at them for stealing, and you know, after you talk to them, you have the choice of helping them. You can, you know, give them food, give them some money, or you know, maybe just say, "Hey, good luck, on your way."
Yeah, and then this
Atreus, is that you?
like, so here we're doing an event, we do it in Quest as well, but we want to do.
We're now in God of War.
Give a lot of this agency into players' hands so that they can sort of shape Eivor a little bit.
Yeah, people with dyslexia.
He is, so it represents them a little bit more, and they can role play that a little bit better. And again, it just gives her like a little bit more humanity in these moments.
I think the time dialogue is just to kind of like get you to choose an option, like get your initial reaction. That way you're not just like sitting there awkwardly.
Yes, it's a St. Martin seal. You're welcome here.
You're hyped for Call of Duty 2020? We still don't even know any actual information. There's a lot of leaks. There have been a lot of leaks.
So I think AC
and the leaked gameplay that we saw, I'm hoping was really early footage. Because it looked like a massive downgrade compared to Modern Warfare.
One of our tattoo images. So this is challenging the player on free run ability.
Interesting.
But also for fans of the series.
This free running actually looks pretty good.
For some beloved features.
So are we going to be able to tattoo Eivor?
Yes, by collecting these tattoos, you actually bring them back to your settlement, and then you can customize different body parts, having different tattoos.
Yeah, there's been a lot of different leaked titles. It seems like they don't even know what they want to title it.
Fizz, one of my favorite things when I was just out there exploring East Anglia was coming upon a house.
Yeah, they completely ripped down the leaked footage.
Inside, but that there was no easy way in. And in this
It was
case,
indeed struck down by Activision, so it has to have, it has to be legit, basically.
So I went around the back and, you know, found a way in.
Yeah, I'm glad you actually caught on to that. You're pointing at something that we wanted to work on a lot on Valhalla,
Yikes.
where we wanted the exploration to make you
Yeah,
feel
some people
smarter.
just like...
We played a lot with puzzle solving, so making sure that every house that you find...
Yeah,
sort
I don't
of
know. I just, I don't understand how people can be like that.
And when you want to come and explore, it's not given to you. You still have to work for a little bit. So
I don't know how you can completely attack someone for something they were born with.
How do I get into this? So we play a lot with level design, quest design, to offer challenges to players and
Exactly, on Twitch.
come out of it like with a better feeling for the exploration. But you also get to see more of a story behind these locations, which we've crafted. So it gave us a little bit more time to sort of slow down the experience and tell a different version of a story.
Would it be safe to log out of Uplay now? I mean, if you're already logged into Uplay, unless you're like John, where you need to log out of everything after you're done with it.
Across this clearing and found this kind of morbid altar.
Yeah, so this is
Oh, is this gonna be one of those boss battles? This is, I think this is gonna be the boss battle that was leaked.
As Eivor explores,
I could be wrong though.
she can find altars like this, and by interacting with them, here it's a trap that's been set by this character named Regan.
That would be very interesting if Voss reprised his role in Far Cry. That could be really cool.
This is one of the moments. It permits us to go into a slightly more mystical realm and play with a boss fight. That
I think when there's commentary over it and it's more cut up and you see like all the different aspects of the game, it's a lot better. But when you're watching like uncut gameplay with no commentary, no nothing, I feel like it makes watching it a lot more awkward, and you like can pick out all the tiny little details that you normally wouldn't see or you wouldn't notice.
Light and filter, and so that's sort of what lets us go into the realm of the weird.
Spirit of my father's rage, fill me!
I can't tell if they're cutting the footage or if there's like some weird teleportation thing going on here. Based on this compared to the leaked footage that I saw, it seems like it seems like that must have been a lot earlier, unless they're cutting it out very, very well here. Because in the leaked footage, the boss would just stand there. It would just stand there, let you swing at it, wouldn't attack. When it would attack, it wouldn't actually hit you. It would just miss over and over again.
But it's still very rich and adds to the lore of this.
What part of the character customization?
So we just had a really
For Cyberpunk.
really intense boss battle. I think it's time for something a little bit more relaxing and calming now.
Yeah, it's all about pacing yourself with the highs and the lows. So here we have a low chill moment of what we call building a
The reason why they probably didn't show this for Far Cry 6 is because Far Cry 6 is probably still really unpolished. Ubisoft usually does like a massive push for bug fixing and everything later on in development.
And I mean, yeah, the ultimate goal is to
What is
try
this?
and get the highest pile of rocks, but really it's about
stacking
taking in
rocks.
the sights, relaxing, taking a step back, and
This almost put me to sleep.
Together we stack stones into cairns.
These?
Yes. Think of this as a test of mind and wit. Stack the cairn stones high and wide.
Far Cry 6 has been in development since Far Cry 5.
You can spend as much time as you want building these things, making them as high as you want, as weird as you want.
Yeah, Far Cry 6 is supposed to be sort of like the
Like people comparing structures.
reignition of Far Cry.
And you decide to get out of it, it sort of stays there, and so that's yours, right? And
Sort of like they did with Assassin's Creed, where they started taking more time for development. Because before, they were just pumping the games out every single year.
At this point in the demo, we've explored East Anglia, we've met some children, we've broken into a house, we fought a boss, we've built a cairn. I think now it's
Yeah, you can customize basically everything about your character. Literally everything. You can customize your genitals. You can customize your teeth. I've heard that you can apparently, to some extent, customize your body, but I don't know. There seems to be mixed sayings on that. But yeah, you can customize literally everything about your character. Yeah, you can change the type of your no-no square. You can even choose which voice you want to have, no matter your body type.
And then all the activities and fun times that comes afterwards.
Yeah, as much as we've
I'll have to check out the
side of England,
Far Cry 6 information.
you know, the joyous side of it as well.
Yeah, and it's something we really wanted to play on.
Yeah, this looks like the last two Assassin's Creed games, which isn't a horrible thing.
I mean, there's revelry, there's
It
feasting,
works.
there's partying that
People
goes
like
on.
it.
If someone knows how to party, it's a Viking. And so here, this is one of our opportunities to sort of show that.
I think they definitely need to either upgrade or get a new engine though,
It's a good alliance of
because it's definitely showing its age, especially for like things like facial animations.
Yeah, I mean, what's a wedding without some drunk archery, right?
Yeah, so like, anything can happen in
The world, for the most part, looks pretty good graphically, but it's graphically unimpressive now. I feel like back in the days of like Origins, it was pretty impressive, if I remember correctly. But now, like, the facial animations, like the lip syncing is just horrendous. Like, that's some like Fallout New Vegas levels of lip sync.
So here we see the
Or like Fallout 4.
Came back to bite us.
Yep, that's the decision you made, coming back. So as we said before, all of your decisions have consequences, and this is a big one.
I challenge you. I accept.
You're basically presented with the option to sort of step in, fight the fight for him.
On that, apparently they have two voice actors specifically for English, but I think they have different voice actors for different languages. If I remember correctly, I could be wrong on that. I'd have to double check. But I'm pretty sure they have voice actors for the different languages. I would have to double check my information on that, but
Then hang you with your own tongue.
How does this encounter with Ruid differ from our previous fight with him?
So at this point, you've eliminated his wolf, so it's just him, and so he's angry at this point, and so he will start using his big gun abilities like fairly earlier on in the fight.
Not Rockstar.
So it's way
Not Rockstar. Rockstar isn't making 93 games in 5 years. I can't remember the specific amount of games, but it was by all of Take-Two, which I think a lot of people forget how massive Take-Two is. And that's not an excessive amount for Take-Two. But you gotta remember that's all of 2K published games, that's Rockstar, that's like the BioShock franchise, which we know there's gonna be another game, that's the Mafia franchise. That's all their mobile games.
And prove basically his station as the rightful leader. If you had eliminated Rued, obviously this would not have happened. It would have been a slightly more joyous occasion. But ultimately, in all scenarios, you still have an alliance with Oswald.
You are a brave gamer who reads my edgy comments. I like you, gamer. I'd like to add you to my Epic Gamer Steam friends list for all the cool gamers.
I promised you an alliance, and now you have it.
And one day I will need you to make good on that alliance.
How about the game project that got cancelled called Agent?
Eivor decides it's a good idea to check up on her.
I'm trying to remember. I could be remembering incorrectly, but I could have swore I saw an article that they renewed the IP. That could have been for something else. Yeah, I remember it was Rockstar. Yeah, Rockstar just... I think they just have thrown all cares for making actual games now. And they just like pump a load of super highly detailed stuff into their single players and just make a massive multiplayer that will make them billions. Alright, Madar. Thanks for dropping by, man.
So again, it's a fun way to sort of discover more.
Yeah, this does look a little bit like Witcher. I've seen that by a number of people now. Especially, even with the leaked gameplay, people said it kind of gave them a Witcher vibe. It's like a mixture between Odyssey, Witcher, For Honor.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla will be out on Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5, and is coming to Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PC, and Stadia on November 17th.
Oh my god! Bro. 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 They did not just say that. They just confirmed it.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. My name is Eric Pope. I'm the senior community.
They just confirmed that Assassin's Creed Valhalla is coming out 2 days before Cyberpunk 2077.
So a little while back we recorded a match for you so we could walk through it moment to moment, explain what's going on.
The stupidity.
There's a lot going on with hacks, guns, the gameplay.
Sorry, I have to message my friend that likes.
So to start now, you'll see the insertion phase. There's the 3 of them in the squad.
I have to let him know how big of a mistake that is.
So all the places we're seeing
Coming out 2 days before Cyberpunk.
For one of the big yellow letter
Why?
This is one of the landmarks. Landmarks tend to have higher density and higher.
Do they just want to kill off Assassin's Creed? No, think about it. What do you mean think about it? What do you mean think about it?
So you stand to loot these instead, so he's looking for both hacks and weapons.
Right, so
Assassin's Creed is not going to cock block Cyberpunk.
You have those supply crates that you may be lucky enough to find, and what's the deal with supply crates?
So
like,
supply crates are placed around the world, so you'll hear them and then you can go and find them, and then inside them you'll find.
Were you watching the entire time, John, or did you drop into the stream as soon as I messaged you? They're gonna change the release schedule just because Cyberpunk keeps getting delayed because it's trash. Bro, you can't keep on roasting Cyberpunk, man.
Yeah, so the action gets started. Okay, right here.
Yeah, so he's one-on-one. He's going with the Mammoth shotgun against someone who's using the heel hack at the minute.
Yeah, but they took so long to announce the release date. I don't understand why. Like, even if it was like, even if they made it like a week before,
I believe it helped him survive.
but 2 days before?
other players in here just now. So the combat started and then eliminations.
Like, if it was at least a week before, that would give people time to buy the game and beat the entire thing if they have a lot of time to play games.
He's just been eliminated.
But now it's 2 days. There's no way you're gonna... I don't see you beating Valhalla, at least enjoyably, 2 days before Cyberpunk comes out.
One of these restore points, which are basically places where someone else from another squad has been eliminated.
John, if you even mention Cyberpunk getting delayed for a 3rd time,
So the action pretty much never stops in the game.
I'll kill you.
If you're eliminated,
Not actually, YouTube. Okay, that's a joke.
You're still playing, you can inform your squad.
If it were to get delayed again, though, I think I'd actually lose my shit.
There's plenty of people.
I think they just finished promising to investors that it wasn't going to be delayed again, but then again, Witcher 3, they promised that it wasn't going to get delayed again, and it got delayed again, so...
Yeah, the green icon you can see at the side is him calling for a revive at this point. So Mr. Gomi's busy eliminating other players.
Spitting straight facts, kill him in a family-friendly way.
This guy's low on health.
We only family-friendly here on YouTube. I'll only kill him in a video game.
What you'll actually see at the minute,
JK, he's better in all video games, so he'll kill me like 10,000 times.
So can he survive this and get
Cyberscape just looks honestly annoying.
There's still a few other players in here, that's for sure. So that was the slam hack he used there. So basically he projected himself up in the air.
Can you imagine getting killed by a slam like that?
Yeah, he got the elimination with it, which is pretty good.
And then he started
I don't think I could genuinely enjoy a battle royale where someone can just slam down on the ground and insta-kill my ass. Oh, but you can res your teammates.
No. So this is the start of the decay you can see. So you see all these blue triangles that are appearing. This is how we basically...
Yeah, this has been going on for almost 2 hours.
Reduction to bring players towards...
You didn't really miss much though, to be honest. This was, in my opinion, sort of like another EA play, where they didn't have much to, like, show gameplay-wise. Watch Dogs Legion looked okay. Valhalla looked a lot better than the leaks.
So at the top it will show you sectors closing, and then you've got the little icon of the person running.
You think they might show some Far Cry 6 and Watch Dogs gameplay? Doubt, but sure. I feel like now they're just gonna like casually play Hyperscape for like the next 5 hours.
They're gonna take some height as well to start to be able to look for other players and to keep themselves a little bit safe. So he's seen another player, so he's starting to throw salvos at him, and probably the Skybreaker too. Yeah. You see the red exclamation marks? That's basically his teammates pinging and saying, hey, there's an enemy over.
You want a remake on Scarface? I honestly didn't even know there was a Scarface game.
There's definitely players around. You'll see him gonna go high again. To try
You think they just have a deadline they can't negotiate? Or they're aware of another Cyberpunk delay? They're definitely not aware of another Cyberpunk delay. I don't even think CD Projekt Red at this point are aware of whether or not they're gonna have to delay the game again. I mean, we're talking about the same company that just a couple of weeks ahead of the second delay said that the game was on track for the September release date.
Rooftops are great to see what's going on.
You want me to play Outlast 3? I would have to play the first Outlast game, Whistleblower, and Outlast 2. Isn't it called, Outlast something or other? It's not Outlast 3, but it's like Outlast Trials or something. And it's co-op, I think.
Have a level 5 Skybreaker, which is what he just picked up.
Yeah, the Outlast Trials.
So if you have a Skybreaker and you find another Skybreaker, we'll go to
Group up to 4 players. I'll see if I can get some friends to play that. You can try to convince John in chat to play it with me when it comes out.
So each time you're using something, a weapon or a hat, it will go up in various different abilities.
Stay positive.
Just to loot up to
The Outlast Trials.
find a duplicate of your weapon or hack, and that's all.
Yeah.
I don't think it comes out for a while.
So you see though on the left, when you see the other players' names, you can see the Mr. Gomi.
Freedom ends in 2021. So yeah, comes out sometime next year. No idea when.
How does healing work in this game?
So healing will either work by I took damage and then I retreated and your health bar will come back up.
Yeah, this is a game that would truly challenge your aim.
So you see that in the bottom it says heal.
Unless it's got some sort of aim lock.
And then there'll be an AoE of heal, so both you and your teammates can come into it and it will heal you.
And enemies cannot heal up in that same AoE.
Offer him some McDonald's, that'll get him.
You could also use the heal hack themselves if you wish.
Cool.
So you see them now, they're starting to, and I guess I've heard some other players, they're starting to move around, and there's a sense that they're not alone at this point. And there's a ping for an enemy, so yeah, they'll come back.
There's a lot of older games that I really want to play, just for fun, casually on the channel, that have a lot of nostalgia for me, like Jack and Daxter.
And yeah, that's the end of it.
Also need to play some of the Ratchet and Clank games. Anyone played Eternal Darkness?
So if you manage to fusion one of these hacks, then again. So here you'll see the decay start. The player found himself out in the decay as it was starting. You had no cover left, so you find yourself out in the open, and they eliminated him with a Ripper at that point.
Probably any games that were in like the 90s, like the earlier 90s and older, probably haven't played. I was born in 97.
Still quick check.
Most of the older games I haven't played.
There's still 5 teams left.
I started playing games on PlayStation 1.
And then we'll swap back to Mr. Gomi, who's still rolling with the Skybreaker.
And that was when I was like super young. So a lot of the games that I played, I don't even remember.
Starting to move forward a little bit.
Do you remember playing NHL 99?
They have a nice variety of weapons between them. You know, there's the
Some sort of
salvo, there's a Skybreaker,
running racing game.
Split in terms of hacks and weapons.
Came out in 2004. GTA San Andreas? Yeah, I've played GTA San Andreas. I wasn't supposed to when I was a kid, but I played it.
Keshi Casualing, so now you mentioned that username. You'll notice if you've been watching the feed, the usernames all seem pretty similar in this map.
This is Titanfall's movement mixed with Overwatch's graphics and gameplay. That's a good way to put it.
This poor player has managed to find themselves in the corner and tried to hide. Unfortunately, they've been chased in there by someone with a fully fused salvo, so that was kind of the end for them. Dangerous. So they've swapped now and they've gone to the Mammoth instead. So they've swapped out the shotgun. So it's quick to change your playstyle. You can easily find another weapon you like, and you can adjust based on map size, how many players are left.
I genuinely do wonder if they're just going to be playing in hyperspace now, or hyperscape. See, thought it was hyperspace.
Right now you'll see the cross, and it's kind of
SSX. That sounds familiar. One sec.
left for the healthcare event. Basically, every match there will be cards played which change what happens in the match. So
I did indeed play SSX. I don't think I ever actually owned it because I can't remember. Was it on PlayStation?
So there's 2 different ways this happens. So there's a Game Master, Grace, who plays them in this case. Or if there's a streamer...
Could have swore it was like Xbox exclusive. Maybe it was a different game.
So it'll pop up, there'll be 3 different options, and then whichever gets the highest number...
Yeah, there's a lot of old franchises and old games that really do need to be remade because I feel like there's a lot of stuff that would work well in 2020 if, you know, scaled upwards.
So here you see that you got caught in the decay then and fell through the building, so trying to move back in. There's only 3 teams left now, so we're starting to get towards a smaller map size, so it's going to become chaotic.
I've played GTA 4, haven't beat it. Played like 30 minutes of Vice City, and I played a lot of San Andreas. I never beat San Andreas though, because I was a lot younger playing it, and I'm pretty sure I got stuck on the... I think it was the Big Smoke train mission, if I remember correctly.
So yeah, he's got the crown, the countdown is on. As soon as, if he were to get eliminated, it would drop and that countdown would go away, right?
Yes, and then whoever picks it up.
Activision does need to bring back Prototype. I actually mentioned Prototype earlier today while watching Watch Dogs Legion.
Yeah, you can win via the crown if you want to take it and maneuver. This is why you'll see the really high up to own the highest base. Or you can
that line right there is stuck in my brain. All you have to do is follow the damn train, CJ. The amount of times I failed that and just ended up quitting the game sucks. I guarantee even probably today I'd probably struggle with that.
Wow. There it is. A screen I'll never see.
It's also a screen I'll never see because I'll never play the game.
All right, well, that was just one match of the frenetic.
You got stuck on the bouncing car mission?
We were both very lucky to work on. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching Ubisoft.
To play what?
Post-show. As we mentioned before, the game's available right now in open beta on PC. Just go to Uplay to download it. And we're also thrilled to
I already
be
own it.
part in the Twitch
I already own it, Lewis. I own San Andreas.
on the screen.
Imagine thinking I don't own San Andreas when I own 536 games.
Have a good day.
And we'll see you in the Hyperscape.
I wasted way too much money years ago on Steam. I wasted money that I never had. Yeah, see, I told you, Lewis, they weren't going to show us any Far Cry 6 or any of the other game that you mentioned that I've already forgotten about. Well then, do you know what the Ballad of Gay Tony is? Yeah, it's that whole DLC for GTA 4. I don't remember, isn't it like an entirely, or is that Liberty City or some shit? Didn't Grand Theft Auto 4 get delisted off of... Okay, no, it's back. Yeah, the GTA San Andreas theme song is 10 out of 10. Let's read this. Let's get a little brain refreshment here. Where's your Watch Dogs 2? God damn it. I believe they said that, here, I'll go read the page. They said something along the lines of, even if you weren't able to log in. Thoughts on this whole event? Yeah, exactly how Simon said. It was it. I don't know. I miss big events where it's just jam-packed with AAA game, AAA game, AAA game, and gameplay. This was not anywhere near a 10 out of 10. I'd probably give it like a 5 out of 10. Because just everything that we saw was pretty average. Nothing really blew my mind. The only thing that really excites me from this event, like truly excites me, is Far Cry 6, and we didn't actually get to see gameplay. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for dropping by during this stream. I haven't streamed on YouTube for quite some time, so I appreciate that we had more viewers than we've ever had, usually during a YouTube live stream, except for like Fallout 4 reveal and stuff like that. So I truly do appreciate it. Also, the insane, wild people that stayed in the stream waiting for it all throughout the night. That's just wild. You guys are crazy. And thanks for helping me surpass 36,000 and then also dipping below 36,000 again during the stream, because people don't like it when you stream on YouTube. They get annoyed. But anyways, I will see you guys later today with hopefully 2 Cyberpunk videos if things go as planned. They're both massive deep dive videos. One of them's like probably going to be over 20 minutes long, and the other one I have no idea yet because I haven't started it. But anyways, guys, I will see you again very soon. Hopefully I'll stream again within the next week or so, something random, and then we'll also stream the Xbox event at the end of the month. But anyways, guys, stay safe. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, this is Waxy signing off. End.